We are now 50 days away from the next piece of Nintendo hardware. Think about that. And yes, it's a refresh, and some would argue a regression, others an enhancement, but call it what you want, you can't argue the facts. And that is, we're getting new Nintendo hardware in 50 days. And that's almost always something to get super pumped about. And that's why I was really excited to see this morning that they opened up pre-orders across the interwebs for the turquoise, the yellow, the gray, and even the beautiful, much anticipated Zacian and Zamazenta Nintendo Switch Lite. Amazon is ready for business, and I'm ready for probably 2 of them. And it really seems like you guys are ready for a lighter, more portable, better battery life Nintendo Switch as well. One that you can use to focus on this fall's games. Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield. And luckily it has a reduced price to go along with the reduced size. And if that sounds like you, I've put pre-order links to all the different colors down in the description below. Let me know if you're gonna grab one now or if you're waiting until it comes out to decide. And while getting prepped for September 20th is definitely exciting, there's also a bunch of new Nintendo Switch Lite accessories that I want to check out with all of you and give you some recommendations on what you may want to grab alongside your new itty-bitty Switch. Let's kick things off with the pre-order page for the portable platform itself. We've got the gorgeous turquoise front and center. This is the one I want to get. It'll match the Game Boy Color I picked up way back when. I wish I had footage of 9-year-old me being so hyped to grab my turquoise Game Boy Color alongside Pokemon Red, but I didn't do YouTube back then, so sadly, we ain't got no footage. But you can grab turquoise, you can grab gray, you can grab yellow. Which color are you planning to pre-order? They also have the Zacian and Zamazenta edition, although sadly, it's currently unavailable. Now this one has been going in and out of pre-order stock all morning, so keep refreshing if you want to pick it up from Amazon, which is where I get all my games. Now, if you don't want to refresh, Best Buy does have it as well, and their pre-order link is currently active for the very pretty system. It doesn't launch until November the 8th, but it's so dang cool looking. I feel like a crazy person because that's the colorway I want, but it's not out for a few months, which means I either don't have a Switch Lite for a while, or I have to get the turquoise one, which I also really like, and then find a way to trade in or trade up for the Zacian and Zamazenta edition when it hits in November. But Nintendo is just so good at tapping into our freaking fan minds and being like, you've got to get all these cooler colors. They did it with the 3DS and the 2DS. I've got the freaking 3DS Pikachu edition and the 2DS Pikachu edition and the Zelda edition and the faceplate editions, and I imported it from Japan because it came out there first. They get us so good, but the colorways on their portables, they're such a home run. But alas, once you've picked your colorway, you probably want to start looking into accessories. And surprisingly, there's quite a few that I think would be nice to pair alongside your pre-order. And of course, it starts with cases. The official Nintendo Switch Lite carry case plus screen protector does have a listing up on Amazon. Now, it's currently unavailable, but I'm sure that'll change soon. The page doesn't give much detail. In fact, it says protect your Nintendo Switch'em Lite system when you're on the go. Introducing the Nintendo Switch Lite carrying case plus screen protector, which doesn't seem like a very official copy whatsoever, so perhaps this page will in fact change before it goes up for pre-order. And it's only available currently in this white-gray color. I thought they might do something to pair with each of the colors of the system, but you see the yellow is slid into this one, so perhaps there won't be very many options. We can see, though, that it does come with the beautiful game cartridge insert that I love so much in the original Switch carrying case. It also has a pouch where you can put earbuds or cables, and that is confirmed over here on the Best Buy page for the accessory. It doesn't say a whole lot on Amazon, but if you look at the specifications down here in Best Buy, it lets you know that it does in fact have a game cartridge / disc pocket, and I really like those guys. This is basically the Switch version of the case that will come out, albeit a lot cooler than that white-gray model you saw on Amazon. This one came with the Breath of the Wild Special Edition, but it's basically the same idea. It is a case with a game pouch, with a little pouch for your earbuds and accessories, and then a spot for your Switch. I'm assuming that what they deliver for the Switch Lite will be similar to this, obviously smaller, maybe with some tweaks, but I've really liked these cases all the way since launch. If you're not going to go with one of the super premium options that maybe has a better material or just some super protective padding, I think these guys are the way to go because of the fact that they can store your games nicely, they can carry your cables, they protect the system pretty well, and typically, if they're in a decent colorway, which I hope the light ones eventually get, they can look super sweet to tout around as well. If you're not handcuffed to official accessories or you don't want to wait for that page to update, Butterfox has a compact carrying case for a Nintendo Switch Lite, and these ones come in colors that can match your portable console. This is the turquoise and black model to, of course, match the turquoise console, but they also have red, yellow, green, pink, and black, and this one houses 19 games and 2 micro SDs, so you got a lot of action for your cartridges, as well as that zipper pocket for earbuds or cables. It's got a 100% money back guarantee if you don't like this guy. Apparently they've been designing and making Nintendo DS, 3DS, and regular Switch cases for 8 years. They've got pretty good reviews, and it's only 20 bucks. In fact, this looks pretty nice with the little carrying strap. And again, I love the fact that it does have extra game cartridge space, and they tout a really excellent protection system with a little bit of a harder outer shell in comparison to the Nintendo official model. And I've got links to all this stuff in the description if any of it fits your fancy. Now, if you're like me and hate obscuring the back of your beautiful iPhone glass with a cumbersome case, then maybe this SLEO cover for Nintendo Switch Lite is more your style. It's definitely not what I want, but I could see some people being into a $9.99 way to provide shock absorption and anti-scratch protection with a clear hard shell backing for their Switch. This one's available on August 31st. It has a lifetime warranty, and if you do have a younger sibling or child that will be handling the Switch Lite and you're afraid they may drop it, or you're afraid you may drop it because now you're going to be playing so much more portably, then maybe this is the right fit. They claim it's a nice precision cut that should snap on easily. I have no experience with the brand, but hey, it is available and coming in stock on August 31st. Screen protectors are kind of a big deal for portable consoles. I don't really buy into it because I think I take pretty good care of my portables, but I do know a lot of people like this for their phones or their PSPs or their DSs or now their Switch Lites. This is a tempered glass screen protector from Top Ace. In fact, you get 3 of them for $8.55. It's going to be available on August 3rd, and you probably know tempered glass is better than plastic, so this should protect that screen extra well. And like the last protective shell, if you are going to be handing this off to younger players, then maybe this is a good grab. Or if you just want to ensure that that screen always stays crispy, then this could be the way for you. I've never put a screen protector on my Switch, so I won't be picking it up, but it's pretty impressive that it's explosion proof. Explosion proof. Not sure what kind of scenario you'd be in where your Switch is subjected to an explosion, but hey, at least you know you're safe no matter what. It's got fingerprint protection because they also bring in multiple cleaning cloths, an alcohol prep pad, and a dust absorption sticker. Looks like a pretty nice package for under $9, and it's available in just a few days. Let's get to an accessory that I really can get behind, and one I think you have to have with your Switch. The Switch Lite is improving certain things, but it's not improving the memory. I wish they had. I feel like that's an oversight, especially for a portable-only piece of hardware, but alas, they're not gonna, so a memory card is what you gotta get. I've had the same cartridge since launch. It's this 200 gig itty-bitty guy right here, and I thought at the beginning 200 gigs was so much space, but I've refilled this thing over and over and over. I'm deleting like multiple times a week, so if you can get a card at this size, or maybe even more. I mean, we've got huge games coming. They just announced The Outer Worlds, and I'm guessing that is going to be a ton of gigs on Switch. So no longer is 200 like an insane amount of space, but it definitely has helped me out a ton. So here we go, a Samsung 256 gig Evo Select memory card for $36.99. That's a lot of gigabytes for a really good price, and you should be fine with the speed of this card. If you want to drop down to 128, it drops your price to $19.49. So if you got a bit of a budget crunch, then you can grab 128 gigs, which is a huge step up from the 32 on the system. And then you're kind of rocking with 160 gigs if you add those together. Or if you want to go big and protect yourself for the future and beyond, like way out till when Metroid Prime 4 comes, 256 at $36.99 may be your best bet. One of the subtle yet most exciting features of the Switch Lite is its better battery life. But if you want to boost that even more, I really like this one right here because it attaches on to the back of the Switch and clips without a long cord. I think that's one of the annoying things about these chargers is that you're kind of two-handing it, right? You've got the Switch and then you either have to hold the battery pack in your other hand, or you've got to put it in your pocket or set it down on some sort of shelf or table. Even in an airplane, it's got to rest and maybe it falls and pulls out, and I just like the idea that this one can grip on. Now obviously you're seeing a Nintendo Switch here, but it obviously will work with the Switch Lite as well because it has the same charging port. The reviews for this guy are very positive, and that is good to see because it does come from a pretty unknown brand. It just looks so nice and clean strapped to the back of the system, and at $38.86 I think that's a pretty good price. Now if you want to go with a much more reputable and known brand, Anker has a similar powered pack for $30. Now it doesn't clip onto the back of the Switch unless you've got duct tape handy, and it will have a longer cord. In fact, one of the problems with these guys is that you often need a USB conversion cable because they don't come with one out of the box, whereas this kind of newfangled idea does clip straight in easily. There's also a double size Anker power bank if you want even more juice. If you think you're going to be playing your Switch for like those 20-hour sessions, this guy is $50 if you want to go up a little bit in price, but get even more juice for your play sessions. Last but not least, let's take a look at an old Switch accessory that will work really well with the Switch Lite. This is the official Nintendo Switch adjustable charging stand. It's $19.88 and obviously it's available now. Now, why would you want this thing? Well, the Switch Lite has no kickstand. You get a stand and it's charging, killing two birds with one stone. And yes, that port on the adjustable charging stand will slide perfectly into your Switch Lite. And then you can play, you can charge, and you can even utilize the small screen for some really close and cuddly multiplayer sessions. Hey, it could provide a pretty good multiplayer local couch experience this holiday season, but you're gonna want some sort of stand, and I think this is a good dual purpose device. So there's the lineup, a whole bunch of new Switch Lite accessories and recommendations for what you might want to grab alongside your portable pre-order that you can get now. 50 days away, my friends. I know it's just a refresh, but the fan in me is so freaking excited to see how well they've done it this time. The early reports say it feels great, it's the right lightness, it's the right size, and I hope it feels that way to me and maybe provides an even better experience for that fall lineup that I mentioned at the top. Let me know in the comments down below if you're picking any of this stuff up. I put links in the description, so hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for you to find. But let me know your take in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are pumped for the Switch Lite. Make sure to subscribe because you know I've got you covered as soon as that thing drops, maybe even a little before. We'll have to wait and see. But until that time, thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Switch Force out.